I think he went too far, too fast, too soon.
Trust is a hell of a lot more easy to break than it is to build.
Today, we finally acknowledge the obvious, that Jerusalem is Israel's capital.
In the normal state of affairs, this would be a highly surprising decision. It's not clear at all how this has any larger foreign policy, let alone Middle East peace strategy to it. We have effectively conceded the Israeli argument that the East Jerusalem is part of Jerusalem and settlements are, that all of this is settled.
Trump eventually is going to have to do something to pay off the other side. The Jordanian king, the Saudi crown prince, and on and on. They're going to be saying, you got to do something for us now. Palestinians will say, well, I mean, this isn't as good as the Israelis got. So you got yourself, when you play this game, in a very tough spot.
The United States chose to lose its role and eligibility as a mediator and not to have a role in the political process. We will not accept any American role in the political process from now on. The U.S. is biased to Israel. That is our position.
Most American negotiators in the past have been very cautious about taking this kind of action. But this was like an explosion. You went too far. Maybe it worked in New York real estate or wherever. I don't think it works here, unfortunately.
He doesn't believe in diplomacy. He believes in deal making. And the two are very different. Deal making is yes, no, it's a contract. It's something that's signed on a piece of paper. And that's, to get to that piece of paper, you need a lot of other work. And they don't get that. International politics is not real estate deals. This is part of a pattern, starting with walking away from TPP, the condemnation of NATO as an obsolete alliance and the allies of not doing enough, walking away from the Paris Agreement. And then on the issue of Jerusalem, in which there's been a consensus for a very long time that this has to be settled as part of the final status resolution, that maybe the United States can't be trusted as much as it used to be. Maybe we shouldn't have a foreign policy that presumes we can have confidence in what America does. Nothing is permanent in life. But trust is a hell of a lot more easy to break than it is to build. And the reality, not that this is Donald Trump, but that he was elected. So that if the country can produce a president with that kind of foreign policy, in this instance, it probably can do so again in another instance. And that as a result, your blind faith in the United States being always there in the way that it might have been in the last 50, 60, 70 years, that faith is eroding. And the ability to regain that faith, the confidence and trust, will take a lot of work on the part of the next president, the next team, the next presidents, at a time when American power at the same time is also relatively declining.